Jungkook finally reveals the real reason behind his drastic body transformation, directly linked to his Calvin Klein fashion project in a shocking statement delivered just 30 minutes ago. BTS's Jungkook finally revealed the main reason behind the drastic physical transformation that has recently become a major public discussion. Far from being a simple workout routine or appearance strategy, Jungkook's body transformation turns out to be directly related to his responsibility as Calvin Klein's global brand ambassador. This fact confirms the speculation that has been circulating among fans and fashion industry observers. Why did Jungkook suddenly build a more masculine, athletic, and defined body? Is this merely a personal pursuit? Or is there professional pressure behind the scenes that had never been discussed before? These questions were finally answered through Jungkook's official statement, which affirmed that the physical changes were part of a strong commitment to Calvin Klein's global campaign, which is soon launching a new collection in an exclusive seasonal fashion show. According to his confession, preparing his body was not a short-term effort, but a long disciplined process that began when his exclusive contract with Calvin Klein was globally announced. As one of the main faces of the iconic fashion label, Jungkook carries a major responsibility to represent brand values that prioritize body aesthetics, visual perfection, and symbols of contemporary masculinity. I want to appear at my best, not just as a singer, but also as a visual ambassador of a brand that has become legendary in the fashion world, he stated. This transformation is not only visible physically, but also reflects a shift in mentality. Jungkook stated that he had to undergo intense daily workouts, strict diet routines, consultations with personal trainers, and regular health monitoring by professionals provided by Calvin Klein to ensure his body met international standards for the upcoming fashion show. These changes, according to him, are part of professional responsibility and dedication to the art of performance. Surprisingly, he also admitted to experiencing considerable mental pressure at the beginning of the preparation phase. It's not just about building muscle, but about maintaining my integrity as an artist who is also respected in the fashion world, he explained. He had to balance workout schedules with music activities, photo shoots, and recordings. However, the results now stand as proof of his hard work. A fuller, more muscular body that reflects the image of a modern man, strong yet elegant. A look that aligns perfectly with Calvin Klein's DNA. Furthermore, Jungkook hinted that the upcoming Calvin Klein fashion show would be the stage where his new body would be fully unveiled for the first time to the global public. He also stated that this change is not a temporary move, but part of a long-term strategy to build his personal branding as a cross-industry global icon. This isn't just about one collection or one photo shoot. I'm building something bigger, he added. Jungkook's statement immediately triggered a wave of reactions on social media, especially among ARMY and fashion commentators. Many praised his discipline and courage to be open about behind-the-scenes processes rarely disclosed by public figures of his stature. In less than 30 minutes after the statement was released, hashtags like #JungkookTransformation and #CKXJungkook were already trending across platforms including Twitter and Instagram. Industry-wise, Jungkook's move is seen as one of the most strategic breakthroughs in reinforcing the position of K-pop artists in the world of international high fashion. Fashion analysts noted that the Calvin Klein-Jungkook collaboration is no longer a typical endorsement, but rather a representation of the synergy between two global forces, Korean pop culture and Western fashion. Jungkook's deep involvement in the creative process and his personal transformation show that today's celebrities are expected not only to appear but also to fully embody the roles they take on. One thing is now certain. Jungkook's physical transformation is not coincidental, nor merely a celebrity trend, but part of a grand vision he has built alongside the Calvin Klein creative team. In a world where appearance becomes a symbol of narrative power, Jungkook is not just shaping his body, he is shaping a new history between K-pop and global fashion. With the Calvin Klein fashion show scheduled to take place soon, the public now awaits with great anticipation. How far will Jungkook's transformation influence global trends? And could this be the beginning of a new era for K-pop idols on the world fashion stage? All eyes are now on one name, Jungkook. Is Jungkook's body transformation truly authentic, or just a media strategy? Beware of sensationalism. Here are the facts. In an era where information spreads rapidly across multiple platforms, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and fan community forums, the most important question to ask is not what is happening, but why and how true the information really is. Jungkook's statement linking his physical transformation to the Calvin Klein fashion project does sound logical and convincing. But should the public immediately accept this narrative without question? Does this statement truly represent objective reality, or is it part of a larger scenario designed to control public perception? It is important to note that information about Jungkook's body transformation and its connection to the Calvin Klein campaign is widely disseminated through platforms that are highly prone to exaggeration, like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube Shorts. Short clips, incomplete interview segments, and visual speculation are often treated as concrete evidence. Yet in professional journalistic practice, such information must be cross-verified thoroughly. This raises another vital question. Are we witnessing facts, or are we victims of a clever and structured communication strategy? Jungkook did deliver a statement about his transformation, but many parts of his confession remain ambiguous and open to interpretation. For instance, when he said his body is part of a long-term strategy in building personal branding, does that mean the decision was entirely his own? Or is there systemic pressure from global brands like Calvin Klein, which require a certain body shape to make their campaigns more marketable? More importantly, who is actually controlling this narrative, Jungkook as an individual, or the entertainment system that exploits celebrity imagery for economic gain? Public reaction to Jungkook's body transformation also highlights the powerful influence of visuals in shaping mass opinion. Many fans expressed admiration, even hysteria, over his more masculine and fashionable figure. But is this genuine admiration, or the result of visual manipulation and social expectations continuously planted by media and the entertainment industry? Isn't this the right time to ask? Why must the body be the center of attention? Is an artist's worth now measured by the ideal body standards shaped by visual capitalism? We must admit that grand narratives like this are extremely effective in diverting attention from more critical issues. While the public is busy debating Jungkook's muscles, are we turning a blind eye to the reality that the entertainment industry often commodifies celebrity bodies? Is this merely another form of exploitation, wrapped in aesthetics and exclusivity? And more importantly, are we as information consumers truly aware that our emotions are being played for market interests? Skepticism is not a form of hate, but an intellectual attitude that must be maintained amid the digital information flood. Numerous viral videos of Jungkook at the gym, during Calvin Klein photo shoots, and snippets from brief interviews have circulated widely. But how well do these fragments represent the full truth? We can't ignore the fact that social media is highly susceptible to bias and distortion. Therefore, we invite you to reflect. Does everything that looks real in media truly represent reality? Or are we merely being shown what they want us to see? Furthermore, we also need to consider the possibility that this narrative is part of a very well-crafted publicity strategy. Did the 30 minutes ago revelation happen in a truly authentic context? Or is it part of a viral marketing script crafted by Calvin Klein's creative team and Jungkook's agency? Aren't there too many coincidences in this timeline? A sudden body transformation, nearly nude photo shoots, and a fashion show campaign all within close range? If this is all part of a scheme, then the question becomes, who is really being controlled, and who is benefiting? We recognize that the information presented in this article comes from a variety of open media sources, including TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and community sites. However, it must be emphasized that not all of this information can be directly verified. Therefore, we strongly urge readers not to accept every circulating narrative, including this article, at face value. Instead, treat each piece of information as material for reflection and critical discussion. Does this narrative of Jungkook's body transformation reflect a personal reality? Or is it a public construction manipulated to create an illusion of prestige and power? We do not intend to shape public opinion, but we want to encourage you to be more careful and aware when interpreting the news. Thank you.